being confident when you're driving aggressively, which is what I'm trying to teach y'all that are watching these videos, has a lot of factors that deal into it. One of the factors is sitting in your seat correctly. A lot of people, they sit with their, it has nothing to do with how you're comfortable and stuff, it has to do with what's right and what's safe. So a lot of people, they'll sit with their seat as far up almost as they can go, and then they'll lower the front, so they have like a little stoop like this kind of thing that they're sitting on, leaning forward a little bit. And when you're sitting like that, right away you feel less safe, because you are less safe because you're leaning into this airbag. So like if you're in an accident, you'll smash, break your nose or something. What you want to do, you want to have your seat not leaned all the way back, but tipped all the way back. A lot of seats, they have, if you don't have it, it's fine, but like tipped all the way back. So it's kind of like, you want to basically turn your seat that's not a bucket seat into a bucket seat. So you tip it all the way back, and then you raise the front under your knees. You want to raise that all the way up. Now this is specifically for aggressive driving that this is beautiful for. And then you want to have your hands the proper way to know how far you want your seat reclined, or back and forward from the steering wheel. You want to have, when you're reaching, your arms locked forward. You want them to be able to hang over the steering wheel a little bit, like so your wrists should be able to be on the steering wheel. If your wrists aren't on the steering wheel, you're either too far back, or if your wrists are like this, then you're too far forward. And the reason for this is because, I'll try to show you, see my phone will fall down. So when you got your hand all the way crossed over, like you're doing a full right hand turn, your shoulder on the right hand side shouldn't leave. You should have it still back in the seat, so you still have support. And same when you're turning it the other way. That's why hand position, like how far forward and back you are, is important when you're driving aggressively. Another thing, your feet. How to know how far forward and backward you want your seat to slide. When you have your brake or your clutch all the way depressed, you don't want your knees to be locked up. You want there to be a bend. And the reason for that is because if you're going fast and you have to slam on your brakes and your knees are locked, you can shove your bone and pin yourself to the seat with your bone sticking into the seat. And that's a big mess. You don't want to be in that. So in case you're in an accident, that's why that you want to have, if your clutch foot or your brake foot, you want it to be like when you're pushing it all the way in, there needs to be a little bit of a bend in it for safety purposes.